That was like a 1 second reaction, but there's no way I can let him get this attachment. There's just no way. Hello, hello, and welcome back to the random opening series. And we're back on the Sixthgod account. And you guys should probably notice my background. So this is I'm in the YouTube recording studio just to record this episode. So at the end of the last episode, we drew the magic 0, which means we're back on this account. My opponent is starting with a 3/3 invasion, so basically I can't make the orthodox opening anymore. Now I can get either corner. Which corner should I get? I don't think there's too big of a difference. Mostly preference. So if he takes that, I think I'm going to approach and attach. Personally, I don't really like double start point openings. It's just so boring, you know. Every corner is the same, and it's just the same thing over and over again. Okay, so in this case I don't want to Hane because black has a move on the second line. So taking the left side, the direction would be pretty bad, so I don't think I want to continue locally. So I'm going to invade in the upper right, and we're going to see what happens there. So he decided to block this way, which I will Hane and connect. Well, this is a pretty aggressive move because I have these 3 stones, so at least he's going to have to play that second line move first. And he does not. So let me think. I need to decide what I want to do here. Attaching out is definitely the way to go. Locally I have more stones, so gotta make something out of it. If I play this move and double Hane, this will end up in a ko. Would the ko be any good? Gonna just think about this for a second. If I double Hane here and capture the bottom left, then that'd be worth it. So after I connect, I'm going to start the ko. Guess you can say it's somewhat risky. Huh. Well, that will always be Sente, I think. Now, should I Atari on top? If I Atari on top, on the bottom left, he's gonna capture, and my next co-threat will be difficult since he can connect. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to settle for this. Oh, so he answered. That's a bit surprising. Well, I guess I have to end the ko here. So is he going to haunt it? I need to block this in. Interesting trade. This connection is going to be questionable though, because after I reduce the liberties, sorry, I was just reading the Liberty race, and I think he's fast by 1, so I wouldn't want to be playing here if it's Gote. That would be bad. And now, it's the best move to play. On the upper side. He actually has a cut, so maybe I don't want to peep. Maybe that's a little passive, but yeah, I am getting a little bit behind territory-wise since Block captured the upper right. So yeah, I guess that is a little passive. I should have played this move actually. That would have been a good probe. Wow. He is really going to fight it out with me today. So I'm going to get the asking move now. It's not that big for him to continue yet. So I think it makes sense for me to exchange this. And now if he blocks, I'll have a Sente Tiger's Mouth. So that will leave a lot of possibility when I actually, when I start at the fight, when I Hane this way. Oh. So he sacrificed the corner. That I didn't really expect. Oh. Then territory-wise, we did make a good comeback. So it's going to be a long game in the end. I can still extend this stone out, I think. But yeah, what is this ladder? Okay, so he just has it Alright. Now when I make this a towering, he's definitely going to connect. So it's not really urgent. So I guess I'll just pincer and jump out. I wonder who this is good for. White doesn't have too much territory. That's a big problem. That was like a 1 second reaction, but there's no way I can let him get this attachment. There's just no way. So we just Hane and see. Yeah. So the turn is not stinted because this double Tari isn't too severe. This game is not going well. No. Because we don't have that much territory. So we gotta do something in this fight. We have to do well here. I mean, he can't capture me anywhere, which means, wow. So he is going very aggressive. I'm sure I can do something right now. It's such an overplay. It just feels like it's such an overplay. But for this type of move, it's not that easy to punish. This is a good move. I have no other option than to block. I can't connect and let him pull back. So I'll just have to give him the attachment. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he has a cut. So wow. This guy is so aggressive. So right now there's this cut here. If I push, he might extend. But after I push, I'm going to play Bamboo. And then the Hane in the middle should be Miai with the cut. Really? I would definitely have to push through then. So he has this attachment, and this is probably what he's aiming for the whole time. Anything here? He's attaching first. I mean, it's not like super necessary, the order of moves that he's playing now. Just giving me some thought. Now, so he's still alive. Just have to make sure my groups have no problems. Gonna ask him what he wants here. If he connects, then when I block, it's going to be Sente. Okay, and now, oh, he let me Hane in order to make sure that I can't block in Sente. I guess that kind of makes sense. Right now it's a pretty big move to capture this, because if he connects out, my whole group will be somewhat in danger. It's probably a proper move, but I don't know if how the game is going. Pushed first. What? Pushed first and Atari this way. I don't quite understand what he's trying to do here. Yeah, this is actually quite weak. And locally I'm already alive. Well, not already, but I can live pretty easily. Yeah, so let's see here. I'm not sure how the territory is still. Because on the upper right he has about 12, 13. And then it seems like he's pretty happy with the game, judging by this move that he just played. So this move is not actually Sente, but I shouldn't have played here. I should have extended directly. Yeah, so let me just make sure that everything is alive. Yeah, it should be no problem. So I think the bottom right invasion is huge. If I extend, chances are that's not going to be Sente anymore, so I'm going to go with this invasion. I'll do this first, just in case he gets a reverse Sente or something locally. Yeah, the problem is I don't have this ladder. Hmm. Yeah, if I extend here, locally this group is... Wait, do I even need to? Yeah, I do. I need to spend the move inside. Okay, well that's a little annoying. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, I couldn't get the extension because the 3 stones weren't big enough, which means if I played there, I would lose a move, and that is pretty devastating. What is he doing here? Actually, I can peep here. Can I peep here? Well, hunting back is quite big, so let's do that first. Wow. Atari. If I block here, is that even a code threat? I'm just gonna play in the general good directions, and I don't think it's that big to cut these groups off, since I get the turn and I'll also get the Atari. So I wasn't too worried about this. Maybe I should have extended, because he has the heap here, which actually fixes the corner. So the shape I made here wasn't too good. And I also have a wedge, which is also very annoying. Oh, interesting. He's trying to attach to me for shape, even though I'm also trying to get shape. I'm thinking about something very different from the usual thinking. I'm not sure how well that would work, though. Mm. This game is getting near the end of mid-game. And I haven't solved the territory problem, which I need to do soon. Just leaving this group now. Yeah, it is very dangerous for this group. It's owing a move. That I did not expect. Oh, is that a? No, he can't extend. He couldn't extend. But I think this is in general pretty bad because it's a one-step ko. One-step ko. What is with all these like moves all over the place? My god. Why is he trying to kill my middle group all of a sudden? Sort of strange thinking process. Huh. Is my group on the right already dead? Didn't seem like it. Huh. This is kind of interesting. Why is he surrounding this group all of a sudden? Like, he's just leaving everything else. Well, let me see if I can deal with this group first then. So if he blocks, when I cut, then I can, if Yatari's out this way, I can actually sacrifice the stones on the bottom to get the right side. Because locally it's a Ko. It's probably something I'm not seeing as well. Oh, he can Hane first and then Atari out. Oh, okay. Very strong reading skills. And then he Tanukis again. Leaving... What? Well, if I'm just dead, then I probably should resign. Ah. Don't think I can make that second eye. Oh man. And I can't capture the corner either anyway. And the upper right is still a Ko. Oh god. Yeah, you can still try out this way. Oh, his reading is so strong. I'm gonna have to resign here because the middle got captured. I wonder what I did wrong in this game though. I didn't feel like there was that. Yeah, so this placement, this was such a good move because I had to block. If I connected, then the 4 stones in the center would be so much lighter, so he could actually Kosumi and sacrifice the 4 stones. Maybe my Hane was kind of bad. It kind of made bad shape. Wonder if I double Hane'd or something. Yeah, that's probably better. If I double Hane'd here. So if he captured my middle... Oh yeah, when he captures, he has he has a weakness here. So maybe that's not so good. Yeah, it's hard to evaluate what to do here. Yeah, perhaps my co-thread creations here on the bottom left was also too bad. Now that I think about it, I should have probably did this first. So start the Ko. So Tiger's Mouth and double Hane first. And then when he Atari'd and I start the Ko, then double Hane on the bottom left. Since the game was relatively fast, I think I'll spend some time reviewing at the end. And hopefully some of the things I find in my mistakes will help you guys in the future. And on the upper right, this is a pretty common shape. But after this, probably White should have pincered. And then this way, it's a good exchange because it threatens the attachment at K2. So after this, then White also has that code potential in the future, and so White can probably just Tanuki and continue to play a regular opening. In the game, when I found the Ko threat, I did an exchange here to make it heavier, but I over-evaluated how much White can gain by winning. After this descend, it was such a bad exchange because after this, later on when White Atari's the corner, there's a lot less Aji, and when white Hane is black can block. So the descent actually lost a lot more points than it might have seemed, which is a very, very bad exchange. And when white won the ko, black still captured the corner, and so that was also not very... I mean, so it's almost like a trade on the top, but white lost a lot on the bottom left. So at this point, black is probably feeling alright about the game. And then this was a pretty even trade, because even though black didn't gain too much territory, black settled the group, which is attached to a very strong group. So black got rid of the weak group in Sente, but white got the territory on the top left. And then we have this fight on the bottom. So I mentioned that I probably shouldn't have Haned. So at this point, white should probably just pull back, and then just see what black wants to do. If he still does what he does in the game, black is going to be in trouble, because after white plays here, the Hane, and in the middle, so black will need to play here, and then white would be able to cut this group off. And if black protects here, white would be able to Hane. So likely black would need to sacrifice this, for example, on knight's move, and then attack this. So I guess the game is still hard to say, but what I played in the game gave black a lot of room to make light shape, and he also even lived in the bottom, and I didn't really gain too much from my outside group. So after that point, probably the game was already looking quite bad for white, because keep in mind, originally black gained in the bottom left corner after the ko in the top right. Yeah, so my opponent made pretty accurate judgments here. After he played these moves, I'm not sure how why the order here. I didn't think it was too necessary, but he made pretty simple judgments just to enclose, let white live, and just continue playing normally. Now on the bottom right, it's actually difficult for white to actually do anything, because for the knight's move, it's not locally alive. So if white cuts, black can just push and attach, and the corner is still dead. Well, white can't win against black in the Liberty race. The only thing for white to do is to connect, but then black just protect the cut, and white has to spend another move to live, but then black would just attack the whole group. So it's not a really good result either, because it sacrifices too much of the outside, or even black can just Atari or something that might be even more aggressive. But in general, this is probably not a good result. So that's why I didn't really do this quite yet. So I decided to try it again on the upper side. But then my opponent made very accurate judgments. Even Atari here, which felt like a pretty aggressive move. But if you think about it, this ko is actually quite heavy for white. Even if white can fully capture the top right, this is not even a good trade, because black can just capture everything on the bottom. So it's also a very uncomfortable move. So black really seized the chance to attack white in all these different situations. And in the end, white just couldn't handle all the different groups. I wasn't even able to get the block in Sente, which is also kind of sad, because yeah, all my groups are kind of in danger. So yeah, at the end, black was able to just capture the center, because I had no time to protect. My other group was also dying, and I had to tend to that and try to risk it to see, because it seemed kind of uncertain in the 30 seconds that I had. So that's about it for an overall sense of the game. Probably not the best performance for me, but also my opponent played very well. So I didn't make super obvious mistakes, I think. I just made maybe 2 mistakes, but he also didn't make any mistakes. So, well, that's probably why he won. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed a game back on Sixthgod. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to win, but still. Let me see the record. I am 8 wins and 4 losses. So that's I mean, it's pretty decent. We still have a good chance to get to 9 den if we win 7 out of 8 games. Okay, well, that's actually sounds pretty hard, but we will see. So next video I will do the draw. I won't draw in this video because I actually don't have my generator open. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a bit of a hard time adjusting because the rank discrepancy was quite large. But that shouldn't be an issue in the future because I will eventually get those accounts back up, so the rank differences won't be quite as large. I'm having a really good time making this series, and I also hope that it's as fun for you guys to watch. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you in 1 week.